Hey beautiful, let's talk about something every woman's wondered at least once. Probably while lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying every single text he ever sent. You know that confusing, stomach-twisting moment when a guy goes from can't stop thinking about you to barely replying to your messages. One day he's all in, calling you baby, planning weekends, sending good morning texts. And then suddenly, poof, he's distant, cold, almost like a stranger. And you're sitting there thinking, wait, what happened? Did I do something wrong? Did he meet someone else? Why do men lose interest after getting close? Girl, breathe. You didn't lose your sparkle. You didn't suddenly become boring or too much. What's actually happening runs way deeper than you think. So, grab your tea, I won't judge, and let's dive into the hidden reason men lose interest after getting close, and what you can do about it. First, setting the scene, when everything feels perfect. Picture this. You meet someone amazing. You click instantly. Those little sparks fly. The butterflies are having a full-on party in your stomach, and every time your phone lights up with his name, your heart does a little happy dance. He says things like, "I've never met anyone like you." He asks deep questions. He remembers your coffee order. He's attentive, flirty, and emotionally open. You think, finally, a real connection. And then, just when you start feeling safe, just when you let your guard down, he starts to pull away. He takes longer to reply. He stops planning dates. The energy shifts. You can feel it, like there's an invisible wall now. It's confusing, because nothing obvious happened. You didn't fight. You didn't say anything crazy. And yet, something feels off. Sound familiar? Second, the common but wrong explanations women believe. Most of us go straight into detective mode, right? We replay every moment. Did I text too much? Was I too available? Did I seem needy? Should I have waited to sleep with him? We try to decode his behavior like it's a secret government message. But here's the truth. It's not always about what you did or didn't do. Sure, timing, boundaries, and pacing all matter, but the core reason men lose interest often has nothing to do with your actions. It's not about your body, your beauty, or how fun you are. It's about what happens inside him after emotional intimacy starts to build. Third, the hidden psychological switch. Here's where it gets juicy. See, men have something I like to call the vulnerability alarm. When a man starts to get close, really close, something inside him starts to panic. Because emotional closeness, for many men, equals risk. Risk of rejection, risk of losing control, risk of being seen, like really seen. And that's terrifying for a lot of guys. You see, from a young age, many men are subtly taught to equate emotional control with strength. Don't cry. Man up. Don't be too soft. So when they finally meet a woman who sees them, who gets through the layers, who makes them feel things they can't rationalize, their inner defense system starts flashing red lights. It's not always conscious. In fact, most men don't even realize it's happening. But suddenly, their brain is like, wait, this feels intense. I could get hurt here. Better pull back. That's when you notice the shift. He starts acting distant, not because he doesn't care, but because he's scared of how much he does care. Wild, right? Fourth, the safety versus freedom tug of war. Here's another hidden layer. Men have a deep, primal need for both safety and freedom. When they're falling for someone, those two needs start wrestling inside them. On one hand, you make him feel safe, understood, accepted, emotionally connected. That's intoxicating. But on the other hand, his brain whispers, careful, don't lose yourself, don't give up your freedom. So he starts to withdraw, not necessarily because he wants out, but because he's trying to rebalance himself. It's like when you stand too close to a fire. It feels amazing until it starts to burn. Then you instinctively take a step back, not to run away from the warmth, but to regain comfort. That's exactly what happens emotionally for a lot of men. When things get deep, they pull back, not because they've lost interest, but because they need to breathe. Fifth, the energy shift you don't notice. Now, here's where we women sometimes add fuel to the fire, without realizing it. When we sense a man pulling away, our instinct is to lean in. We text first. We try to fix the distance. We ask if he's okay. We overthink, overgive, overanalyze. But that energy, though it comes from love, can actually make him retreat even more. Why? Because now he feels pressure. The energy shifts from connection to expectation, and a man who's already wrestling with emotional vulnerability starts feeling trapped. He doesn't know how to articulate it, so instead of saying, "Hey, I need a little space to recalibrate," he just disappears. I know. It's maddening. But understanding why it happens helps you shift your own energy, and that's where your real power lies. 6. The real hidden reason. He's testing emotional safety. Let's zoom out for a second. When men pull back after closeness, it's often not rejection, it's testing. Not a manipulative, let's see how she reacts kind of test, but an unconscious safety test. He's basically asking, through his actions, not his words, can I be close to her without losing myself? Can she give me space without panicking? Can she hold her ground when I step back? Because that's how he decides if the connection is truly safe, not just emotionally intense. If you chase him or spiral into anxiety, it confirms his fear that closeness equals pressure. But if you stay calm, grounded, radiant, you send a different message. I'm here, but I don't need to chase you. I trust what's real. And that, my friend, makes him feel safe to return. 7th, what to do instead. The feminine reset. So, what should you do when he starts to pull away? Step 1, pause. Don't rush to fix it. Don't double text. Don't demand explanations. Instead, shift your focus back to you. Go out with friends. Take that yoga class. Wear something that makes you feel magnetic. Reconnect with your own energy, because that's what drew him in the first place. Step 2, stay open, but not over-invested. When he comes back, and trust me, most do, don't punish or guilt trip him. Just meet him where he is. Warm, confident, centered. Show him that emotional connection with you doesn't come with fear or pressure. It comes with lightness, with playfulness, with genuine feminine energy that says, I'm secure in myself, whether you're right here or a few steps away. That's when he relaxes. That's when his walls start to lower again. That's when he realizes, wow, she's different. 8th, the feminine magnetism secret. Men are drawn to women who are both emotionally open and energetically independent. That combination is irresistible. It says, I care deeply, but I don't cling. I connect, but I also have my own world. Because true intimacy isn't about constant closeness. It's about the flow between closeness and space. Think of it like dancing. When you move with the rhythm, the energy stays alive. But when you cling too tightly, you kill the movement. So instead of chasing connection, embody it. Be the energy he wants to return to, not the energy that tries to pull him back. That's the secret difference between relationships that fade and ones that deepen. 9th, the empowering truth. Here's the most important part, beautiful. When a man pulls away, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of his process. Some men learn to lean into vulnerability. Others run from it for a while before realizing what they lost. Either way, you don't need to shrink yourself to keep his interest. Because the right man won't be scared of your depth. He'll crave it. But he needs to see that you can hold space for both connection and independence. That's what makes him feel safe to open up again and stay open. 10th, wrap up, bringing it all together. So, to sum it up, men often lose interest after getting close, not because the attraction fades, but because intimacy triggers their fear of vulnerability. Their instinct is to step back, test safety, and see if they can trust the connection without losing their freedom. When you understand that, you stop taking it personally. You stop chasing, and instead, you start radiating the kind of confident, grounded energy that pulls him right back in. Remember, your job isn't to convince him to stay. It's to be the kind of woman who's magnetic enough that he wants to stay. So next time he pulls back, smile to yourself and think, oh, I see what's happening. He's feeling the feels. And then, you go live your fabulous life. Because real attraction doesn't happen when you chase, it happens when you glow. So, my gorgeous friend, don't ever dim your light just because someone got scared of its brightness. The right man won't run from your depth. He'll dive into it. Until then, keep shining, keep playing, and keep your heart open. Because the real magic happens not when you make him stay, but when you stay radiant, no matter what he does.